They're watching you. They know your weaknesses. They're planting seeds of doubt. They know how to bend your mind to their will. Watch, learn and implement, or become a victim. The choice is yours. Trick number 1. Twisting good news. Twisting good news is a dark psychology trick commonly used by partners and narcissistic parents. It's a clever way of undermining someone's achievements because people often seek validation through positive feedback. By subtly diminishing their accomplishments, you can erode their confidence. When they are bursting with good news about their promotion at work or passing their exams, you can make the conversation go like this. They say, "Hey, Dad, I got an A for political studies." Then you can say, "Doesn't the grade go up to an A+? But that's still good." And now they feel deflated. It's like telling Captain America, "You saved the world, but couldn't you have done it without breaking your shield?" Trick number 2, nouns versus verbs. This is a devious dark psychology trick you might not have heard of. Humans have a need to belong. We gravitate towards certain groups which signal our identity to others. We feel safe as part of a group, and as a manipulator, you should understand this. Manipulators use nouns instead of verbs to include others in a group. For example, instead of saying, "I like drinking wine," you should say, "I'm a wine drinker." Drinking is a verb, whereas drinker is a noun. Studies show that using a noun reinforces a sense of belonging to a group, and once you identify with that group, you're easier to influence. Trick number 3, agreeing to disagree. This is one of my favorite dark psychology tricks. If someone is upset or angry, saying, "That's understandable," or "I completely agree with you," or "You're right," can redirect the emotion away from them. Now, because you've agreed with them, they are on your side. Agree with them enough, and you might just get invited to the reading of the will, or to help hide the body. Trick number 4, the ego elevator. This dark psychology trick is especially effective with females. If there's one thing everyone loves to talk about, it's themselves, as everyone's favorite person is themselves. An easy way to make conversation or fill in awkward silences is by asking people questions about themselves. Because of this, they are likely to enjoy the experience and the conversation. You should use this dark psychology trick especially when you're on a date. Doing this puts you in control of the conversation and allows you to get to know someone beyond the surface. For example, ask them, "What is your job?" They might say, "Oh, I work in PR." You could respond, "Oh, really? That's probably harder than it sounds." They might say, Yeah, it is harder than it sounds. You're right. People think it's easy, but it's hard." And so on. It's quite easy. Trick number 5. Question manipulation. Studies show that you can manipulate a question to elicit a desired response, and as a manipulator, you should master this tactic. Let's break this down. When you ask a question, how you phrase it can significantly influence the answer you receive. For example, instead of asking, "What do you think about John?" you could ask, "Did you notice how John is always late?" This prompts the person to focus on John's tardiness, even if they hadn't previously considered it. To get the answers you want, follow these steps. Before you ask the question, decide what answer you're hoping to hear. This will help you shape the question. Add a small hint or assumption in your question. For example, if you want someone to agree that a project is going badly, you might ask, "When did you start thinking the project was going wrong?" This makes it sound like they should feel this way, even if they didn't before. Be clear with your words to guide the person's thoughts. Instead of asking, "What do you think of the new policy?" you could ask, "How do you think the new policy will hurt our team?" This directs their thinking towards a negative view. Ask questions that don't leave too many options. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like this idea?" you could ask, "What do you like most about this idea?" This makes them focus on the positive. Asking the right question is like hiding a body. If you do it well enough, no one ever finds out what really happened. Trick number 6, staying calm. Law 39 of the 48 laws of power suggests stirring up water to catch fish. This means when someone is emotional or angry, you should keep calm. Staying calm and in control makes them appear more triggered and foolish or unhinged. Manipulators know which buttons to press to trigger a person. It's like throwing a grenade into a crowd and standing back to watch the chaos. Trick number 7. the gratitude gambit. This is a very simple dark psychology trick used by manipulators. Say thank you for the tiniest of things, from moving out of the way to handing you a glass of water. Make this consistent until it becomes second nature for them, and they are accustomed to it. Then, withhold your thanks for 1 or 2 instances. They will value your appreciation so much that they will go to great lengths to earn it again. Think of it as the equivalent of Thanos praising Gamora just before he drops her off the cliff. I know you want to become Thanos. You crave power. You desire control. You yearn for the forbidden knowledge. Channel membership is your key to unlocking the hidden chambers of your mind. Limited spots available. The weak will be left behind. Join now or forever wonder what you're missing. Link in the description. Trick number 8. The quid pro quo. There's an art to asking and getting what you want. According to the 48 laws of power, appealing to someone's good nature or gratitude won't suffice. If you want someone to help you, don't just ask for a favor. Instead, consider what they value, something that's important to them. It could be money, recognition, or even just time. When you offer something they desire, they'll be more motivated to assist you. For instance, if you need help with a project at work, instead of saying, "Can you help me with this?" try, "If you help me with this, I'll make sure you get credit for the work." By offering something they care about, you make it difficult for them to decline. Offer them a carrot, and they'll follow you off a cliff. Just make sure to keep the stick hidden until the right moment. Trick number 9. The power of weak. Queen Victoria once said, "We are not amused," which symbolized the repressed mood of the country. As a manipulator, you should know that language is a powerful tool. You should use certain words to influence others. Research suggests that changing the pronoun from I to we subtly shifts our perspective on a task. Using we instead of I changes a request from a personal demand to a shared goal, making it harder to refuse. For example, instead of saying, "I need you to hurry or we'll be late," you should say, "We need to hurry or we'll be late." Trick number 10. The advice advantage studies show that if you want someone to say yes, ask them for advice, not their opinion. Asking for an opinion puts the other person at a psychological distance, makes them objective and able to critique your idea. Asking for their advice draws them in and makes them an ally of yours. Now you're partners in crime, trying to make the best of this idea. Novelist Saul Bellow says, "When we ask for advice, we're usually looking for an accomplice." Trick number 11. The backhanded compliment. Praise is a good thing, right? I mean, who doesn't like compliments once in a while? But we're talking about manipulation here. Complimenting someone behind their back might seem harmless, but it's a powerful manipulation trick. The compliments are bound to reach them, and now they feel grateful to you, which is exactly what you want. Not only you influenced them, but now they think you are being genuine. For example, say something like, "I could never say this to his face, but he's a really talented musician." Or if you know someone who values being recognized for their hard work, you might say to a mutual friend, "I could never say this to their face, but they're incredibly talented at what they do." Eventually, that compliment will find its way back to them, and they'll associate those good feelings with you. By doing this, you're building a positive image of yourself in their mind without having to directly flatter them. It's like planting a seed of goodwill that grows over time, making them more likely to like and trust you. So next time you want to make someone feel good about you, try giving them a compliment behind their back. It's a sneaky yet effective way to win people over. Think of it like Scar from The Lion King. He flatters and deceives while planning his betrayal. They'll be enjoying your compliments while you quietly scheme, much like Scar does with his devious plan. Trick number 12, mirroring. It's so effective because it works on a subconscious level. We like people who are like us. This includes our political views, musical and literary tastes, which sports team we support, and much more. This affinity with people like us extends to body language, and as a manipulator, you can fool them into thinking you are similar by copying their body language. Trick number 13, the foot in the door. It seems counterintuitive, but if someone is cold towards you, ask them for a small favor. Benjamin Franklin came up with this dark psychology trick. He suggested borrowing a book. The trick works because we tend to like people we do favors for, so by doing a favor for someone, you may subconsciously start to like them more, because nothing warms the heart like being reminded of a debt, right? Trick number 14. The choice charade. Kids love to be defiant and do things their own way. That's why the psychological approach to getting them to do something they may not want to do is by framing it as a choice where they believe they're in control. For instance, rather than telling a child to clean their room, ask them if they would rather make their bed or put their toys away first. This can make the task seem less daunting and gives them a sense of agency. Trick number 15. The because boost. By explaining why you need a favor, you allow people to rationalize helping you. Once you've explained your reasons, they'll be more inclined to assist. You can use this dark psychology technique simply by using the word because. Because by using the word because, you tell the target that there is a reason for what you want them to do. Humans do not really care what the reason for something is, as long as there is a reason. For example, if you ask someone in a queue, "Can I get past you?" because no matter what you say next, they will most likely let you get in front of them. You could even say something bizarre like, "Can I get in front of you because I have a red shirt on?" And literally, around half the people would let you get ahead of them. They didn't listen for the reason, they just accepted it because they heard you have a reason. Because according to Harvard Business Review, even if the reason makes no sense or is unrelated to the request, people like to know why they're being asked to do something. You can use this in everything. If you want anyone to do anything for you, just say, "Can you do X because of X?" And the odds of them doing that thing will skyrocket. This works best for things that are not extremely important, because for important life decisions, the target will want more information. However, this is an amazing technique to use in everyday life if you want someone to do a small favor for you. Now, you might be thinking, you know manipulation? Ha 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 ha. Think again. You've only scratched the surface. There's a whole world of darkness waiting for you. Check out my video, 30 Dark Psychology Tricks That Actually Work. It's like a black hole of manipulation. Once you're in, there's no escape. Bye.